Hello and welcome to episode 130, entitled Emotions. Are emotions important? Oh, I think so. Emotions provide you with instant information. And my guess is emotions come from instincts, which are originating in the oldest part of the human brain. My name is Gary Verheller, and I'll be your host for what we call the Substance of Living podcast. Today, we'll look at what we call life's lessons. And I hope this will provide you with some insight, maybe even some inspiration to life's challenges. So my emotions are important. As I said, they give me instant information. They can help me survive. If an example I gave previously, if a lion is outside the door and the lion roars, then that's going to cause my adrenaline to start pumping through my system. My heart's going to palpitate, and I'm going to think, do I fight or do I flee? So emotions help you survive. Emotions can be good information, good first impressions. And first impressions are based upon emotions. So, by and large, we are reasoning species. We have a brain. So what we should do is take in those emotions, say, isn't that interesting? What needs to be done? And let's move into that. You need to recognize that they're an important source of information and know that you are what you do. Wait a minute. So emotions do not dictate what you do. Emotions provide information that you then combine with thought and then consideration. Then you decide what action to take. Because people judge you by your actions. That's most important. If somebody says, I love you, I love you, I love you, pretty soon you're going to believe the slaps and you're not going to believe the words. And that's where a lot of people have trouble, is doing what they say they'll do, being congruent with what they say and what they do. So, you need to know that integrity is doing what you say you'll do. Dr. Reynolds, my mentor and the founder of Constructive Living, has said, never deny your feelings. They're going to be there, whether you accept or deny them. So his suggestion is never deny, accept them. Now that doesn't mean surrender to them. It means accept your feelings. Embrace them, consider them. And what he says, say to yourself, I'm feeling angry, I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling happy. Isn't that interesting? What is it that I want in the long term? What do I need to do now to reach that long term? So think about that. Let me say that again. What is it that I want long term? And then what do I need to do now to reach that long-term goal? Let me give you an example. My wife and I sometimes disagree. We're unique people. We're different from each other. So we disagree sometimes. And both of us take a moment, particularly when we're emotional, take a moment and say, wait. I want a loving, caring, intelligent, honest, truthful relationship with you. What do we need to do from this moment to reach that goal? And it dissipates the bad or negative feelings, and now we're on the path of solutions. We're on the path towards answers. So emotions are powerful. Emotions are instantaneous information, and you need to couple that with consideration and principles. So having a principled purpose is very powerful. Let me give you an example of having a purpose and the power of having a purpose. Let's say I'm your doctor. And you come to me and I say, I'm sorry. We've done the tests 5 times. I've asked outside experts to come in, and all of us have reached the same conclusion. You have 2 weeks to live. What would you do? Would you watch television? Probably not. Would you read magazines or newspapers? Probably not. Most people, when I present this idea to them, most people end up saying, well, I'd like to make sure that my loved ones are taken care of, and I'd like to let my loved ones and my friends know how much they meant to me in my life. Almost always, that's the focus. All of the nonsense just drops away, and they have a pure purpose based upon principle, not about themselves, but about how to take care of others and to let others know, to appreciate others, to recognize their value, and to say thank you. So when you have purpose, now let's take that another step. You had 2 weeks to live. Now you have 1 month to live. What would you do? Now you have 6 months to live. Now you have the rest of your life. So if you have a good, clear, principled purpose for your life, something you want to give your life to, dedicate your life to, then when you have those emotional roller coasters, you still have that direction you want to go in, and you can use that with those principles to find, okay, I'm feeling this right now. Interesting. What is it I want? What situation do I want? What life situation do I want after this is over? How do I get from here to there? So listen to your emotions, acknowledge them, embrace them. They're part of you, and they give you instantaneous information. Stick to your principles. Know your purpose, and then take action. Emotions are great. Action's better. Thanks. Thank you for joining us today for the Substance of Living podcast. If you'd be kind enough to consider subscribing, you can contact us through Spotify or Apple Podcasts or connect on Twitter. Join us again next time for what I hope will help you navigate life.